Vegetable. My mental transformation was followed by my physical metamorphosis. Between the ages of 15 and 16, I grew 7 inches. It was impressive. Me at 15. Me at 16. My head also changed in its own way. First, my face got longer. Then, my right eye grew, followed swiftly by my chin, which doubled in length. Then it was my mouth. My right hand, my left foot. Even today, it's half a size bigger than my right foot. Of course, my nose tripled its size and was decorated by a large beauty mark, which I thought hideous at the time. Then my chin advanced majestically, only to retreat to its original position several months later. Finally, my chest developed, and my center of gravity was balanced out by the pounds on my butt. In short, I was in an ugly stage, seemingly without end. As if my natural deformity wasn't enough, I tried a few new haircuts. A little snip of the scissors on the left, and a week later a little snip of the scissors on the right, and it looked like Cosette in Les Miserables. So I coated my hair with gel. I added a thick line of eyeliner, a few safety pins, which were replaced by a scarf. It softened the look. It was beginning to look like something. Have you seen how beautiful she is now? To my enormous surprise, my new look even pleased the hall monitors. It should be said that they were very young. You change your hairstyle every day. Who cuts your hair? I do. If I pay you, will you cut my hair too? That's how I became the school's official hair cutter. It helped me earn a little spending money. My relationship with the school's lackeys didn't please my friends much. So you seem to be in awfully good terms with the peons. Not really, I just cut their hair. That's not all you do for them. You kiss their asses from time to time. I do not. I think they're nice, that's all. Peons. They're peons. They have a fixed psychological profile. They are thirsty for power and are looking to control us. Yeah, like the cops. Exactly. Life is pain. Pain is everything. Everything is nothingness. Therefore life is nothingness. When man recognizes this whole, he can no longer live like an earthworm, inventing games of leaders and followers to forget his fickleness. Whatever, existence is not absorbed. There are people who believe in it, and who give their lives for values like liberty. What rubbish. Even that, it's a distraction from boredom. So my uncle died to distract himself. For Momo, death was the only domain where my knowledge exceeded his. On this subject, I always had the last word. Noble combat, blah blah blah. Sure. Okay, we are going to smoke a joint. Uh-oh. It was always Theory who rolled the joints while he kept an eye out for the monitors so he wouldn't be caught by surprise. Here. I didn't like to smoke, but I did it out of solidarity. At the time, to me, grass and heroin were the same thing. Each time I was offered a joint, I remembered this conversation my parents had about my cousin Cameron. Poor boy, he's stuck in a cell so many times, he's begun to look like a vegetable. This kind of thing always happens to the most fragile ones. Become a vegetable was out of the question. So I pretended to participate, but I never inhaled the smoke. And as soon as my friends' backs were turned, I stuck my finger in my eye to make them good and red. Then I imitated their laughter. I was quite believable. The harder I tried to assimilate, the more I had the feeling that I was distancing myself from my culture, betraying my parents and my origins, that I was playing a game by somebody else's rules. Each telephone call from my parents reminded me of my cowardice and betrayal. I was at once happy to hear their voices and ashamed to talk to them. Yes, I'm doing fine. I'm getting good grades. Friends? Of course. Lots. Dad? Dad? I love you. You have some good friends? That doesn't surprise me. You always had a talent for communicating with people. Eat oranges, they're full of vitamin C. Us too, we adore you. You're the child all parents dream of having. If only they knew, if they knew that their daughter was made up like a punk, that she smoked joints to make a good impression, that she had seen men in their underwear while they were being bombed every day, they wouldn't call me their dream child. I felt so guilty that whenever there was news about Iran, I'd change the channel. It was too unbearable. Did you watch TV yesterday? You must be worried. No, it's okay. I talked to my parents. They're fine. I was lying. I knew nothing, and I didn't want to know more. I wanted to forget everything, to make my past disappear, but my unconscious caught up with me. She's reminiscing. I even managed to deny my nationality. During a party at school, hi, I'm Mark. I graduated last year. You're new. What's your name? Marjane. I've been here a year. Oh, where are you from, Marjane? I'm French. Oh, really? You have a funny accent for a French girl. Oh, I have to find my friends. Bye. I should say that at the time Iran was the epitome of evil, and to be Iranian was a heavy burden to bear. It was easier to lie than to assume that burden. Who's that guy? Mark? He's Anna's brother, the girl in the striped sweater. He's a jerk from Borg. You shouldn't talk to those people. And when I got back that night, I remembered that line my grandmother told me. Always keep your dignity and be true to yourself. Oh, Grandma. Unfortunately, it all came out in the end, a few days later in a cafe near school. She told my brother that she was French, and your brother believed her? What do you think? Have you heard the way she talks? Have you seen her face? But your brother was hitting on her, or what? Of course not. Oh, that's a relief. Considering how ugly she is, it would be really unfair if she got a guy like Mark. Ha 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 ha. I would commit suicide if my brother was going out with a cow like that. Bruh. I don't know if you've noticed, but she never talks about either her country or her parents. Well, of course, she lies. When she says that she's known war, it's all to make herself seem interesting. Anyway, her parents clearly don't care about her, or they wouldn't have sent her all alone. That was too much. I saw red. You're going to shut up or I'm going to make you. I am Iranian and proud of it. She is completely crazy. I wanted to die. Where were my parents to take me in their arms to reassure me? But really, I had nothing to cry about. I had just redeemed myself. For the first time in a year, I felt proud. I finally understood what my grandmother meant. If I wasn't comfortable with myself, I would never be comfortable.